What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude. Let's immediately talk about what is happening with Bitcoin, why is it losing so much value so fast, and what's gonna be the next major trigger for the next growth cycle. Because yes, as you can see from this graph, Bitcoin price temporarily reached the price of $58,000 only at the moment of recording this video, which is down from more than 70,000 plus. At the same time, for the last couple of weeks, there was one of the biggest consecutive price decline of Bitcoin, as you can see from this next graph. And if you do believe in the technical analysis, if you see right here is the pattern, which is, as they're called, double header. Basically, in case this is the pattern which Bitcoin will follow, potentially we might see even lower lows of $50,000. And so, let's talk about what are some of the reasons why this is happening. One of the major reasons is that the outflows of Bitcoin ETFs for the second week straight reached hundreds of millions of dollars, as you can see from this next graph. Specifically last week it reached $584 million outflow of Bitcoin ETFs. And just in general, the sale of Bitcoin continues, as you can see from this sentiment graph, while Ethereum holders, exactly, they just continue to hold their Ethereum. The reason I did mention Ethereum, because we're gonna talk about some price predictions for this particular cryptocurrency for the next year. And obviously, whenever such crypto whales, such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, whenever they do lose value, other smaller cryptocurrencies or so-called altcoins, they most certainly lose even more value. Specifically, a combination of 115 different altcoins. On average, they lost approximately 50% of their value in the last several days. But luckily, according to this next graph, Bitcoin reached the territory of being oversold, which historically, traditionally is one of the very first signals to reverse the price behavior. And then, as you can see from this next graph, just in general, the overall crypto market at this point is a little bit undervalued. And so now, as promised, let's talk about what is this next major trigger which potentially can start the next growth cycle of Bitcoin. And this one, as some of you might have guessed, are the consequences of Bitcoin halving. And specifically the industry of crypto miners, such as, for example, according to this yet another graph at this very moment, at the moment of recording this video, the average price, or I would say the average cost to mine one Bitcoin, approximately worth of $77,000, with the current price of Bitcoin being well below this number, making it completely unprofitable for all Bitcoin miners to continue doing their line of business. I mean, literally, you spend way much more money to gain Bitcoin, and then whenever you sell it, you don't even break even. For this reason, a lot of crypto miners, they leave the industry, they stop their business activities, but this is exactly what has been happening in the past with previous Bitcoin halvings as well. And so this is what potentially and most likely will be the main trigger for the next growth cycle of Bitcoin, is that as soon as all ineffective and those crypto miners that cannot, let's call it like this, make their ends meet, as soon as all of them leave this industry, this will leave only those miners who want to continue doing their line of business no matter what. First of all, this will significantly, most likely, decrease the supply of Bitcoin, and whenever the supply is smaller than the demand does not even need to go up or down, it can even just literally remain the same. As soon as the supply drops, there is more demand than supply, the price, according to Economics 101, goes up. The next graph shows the comparison of current post-halving cycle, the fourth one, in comparison to the previous three cycles. So, well, as you can see, we are just in the very beginning of this cycle, which inevitably last three times always led to Bitcoin growth. And once again, if you do believe in the technical analysis, right here we're in this corridor between support and resistance trend lines. So, well, as you can see, theoretically speaking, if you believe in technical analysis, once again, we are about to grow in the very near future. And since I did mention Ethereum in the beginning of this video, let me briefly talk about the price predictions for this coin. These predictions are not by me, these are by the so-called smart money. First of all is the another graph I know it's too many graphs today, but well, I have to prove my point, right? The first graph shows that the number of Ethereum wallets, the whale wallets with the 10,000 plus Ethereums, they started to go up they started to go up recently, which historically was also a very good sign for potential price increase soon. And right here, for example, you can see the correlation between Ethereum price and the increase in the number of these wallets. Next, we can see the increase in the purchases of call options with the expiration date in September for Ethereum worth of $4,000 strike price, which is our first hint that the crypto market expects Ethereum to be somewhere around 4,000 in several months. According to QCP Capital, however, they do see their own data on the crypto options market, and they do predict that the price might go even higher, specifically to $4,800. But according to even more optimistic and bullish expectations, such as for example from Standard Chartered, they see at least two different factors which might influence the Ethereum price growth in the near future. This is obviously the options market and then the approval of Ethereum ETFs. According to them, by the end of this year, Ethereum can reach $8,000 per coin, and by the end of 2025, the price will increase to $14,000. Guys, please let me know down below in the comments whether you feel optimistic about the near future of the crypto market or if you're still feeling very suspicious about it. And as always, we end this video with the earnings report of this week, so feel free to pause the video to see if any of your companies are releasing their earnings. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel if this was interesting, informative or both, and see you tomorrow.